Well, welcome everybody. Welcome to another episode of Whispers of Time, Campaign 2 Shadows of Kyoto. Got a lot of news to share with you this week for Dreamslayer Studios. The Kickstarter project that I've been working on for Everyday Heroes, Return of the Living Dead cinematic adventure, is fully funded. And as
Yay.
you probably know by now, I am handling most of the art chores for the interior of the book with the Kickstarter going so well. I've already been given a plethora of stretch goal art to add to the book. So thank you to everybody that supported that project. And if you haven't backed it already, I think it may be too late. So you might have to just wait until the actual release at this point. But whatever you do, make sure and visit the website for Everyday Heroes and Evil Genius. Sign up for the Sidekick there, which I've got one of my books up already. Second book is going to be coming very shortly. I've already submitted that to them, and it just has to go through the perusal process at this point before it goes up. So I'm expecting sometime this week that second book will be up on Sidekick. Speaking of all of the books, sales for my self-published books for Everyday Heroes are going well. Over 100 books sold this point for Requiem and Cryptids
Woo.
and Urban Legends.
Woohoo!
Plus, I've got a secret project that I've been working on in conjunction with these two that was released just last week. As a fan of gritty noir stories of revenge like Sin City and Death Wish, I've been developing a dark street level urban vengeance game called Vigilante Justice for Everyday Heroes. If you're a fan of Daredevil, Boondock Saints, John Wick, any of those, this is the perfect setting for you in Everyday Heroes. Gritty, brutal, noir. This expansion is perfect for anyone that wants to get their fists dirty on the streets of a city overrun by gang violence, featuring heroes with a mission to take down crime, one goon at a time until they reach the big boss. Head over to DriveThruRPG for Vigilante Justice and pick up your digital copies of Requiem and Cryptids and Urban Legends today. And as always, if you like what we do here, be sure to like and subscribe. And if you're feeling particularly generous, you can help support the channel over on Patreon. Every little bit helps us keep the story going. And now, let's refresh your memory on what happened last episode on Whispers of Time. The trail of the Shadow Petals led our heroes north to the lakeside town of Shiga, where rumor spoke of a brothel called the Crimson Lantern and its enigmatic owner, Madame Biwa. Under the guise of travelers seeking pleasure, Kami Nakama and Morihiko entered the lavish brothel, cloaked in incense and mystery. With careful words, Kami questioned Madame Biwa about the elusive Kunoichi clan. She agreed to reach out to her contacts, but such knowledge, she warned, comes at a cost. Later that night, the cost was made clear. As the moon hung low over Lake Biwa, violence bloomed behind silk curtains. Morihiko was savagely attacked by his courtesan, a dagger hidden behind a coy smile. Kami Nakama, too, was ambushed in his room, only to find the brothel's walls harbored a hidden warrior, a Ronin, in Biwa's employ. Steel clashed in the candlelit halls as Haruka burst in to assist. Meanwhile, Kosai and Naue arrived just in time to find the battle's aftermath. Bodies strewn across blood-soaked rugs, and Madame Biwa, who chose death over confession. But in death, she left clues. In her private ledger, the heroes discovered damning connections. Secret meetings between the Shimatsu clan, the Jesuits, and the Shadow Petals, with one name standing out above the rest: Alessandro Villagnano, the Jesuit priest who once introduced Kami Nakama, then Yasuke, to the courts of Japan. A man who saw potential in him before Kami turned his back on the church. Well, and your journey back to the outskirts of Kyoto pretty much goes without uh, any particular event or trauma. And Kami, you lead the group on horseback down a road that you haven't crossed in close to a decade at this point, heading back to the Portuguese chapel where your most recent journey here in uh, Japan didn't necessarily begin because you've been here for close to probably 80 years, more than likely. But once you kind of separated yourself from the family, you were kind of looking for things to do, and knowing that the church tends to be associated with the uh, Knights Templar, kind of nosed around a bit, met this Alessandro little over a decade ago. And then that's kind of what led you on this path to becoming a true samurai. Uh, just over the hill, as the sun is beginning to lower in the horizon, you see the chapel. And it lies kind of beneath a cloudy sky today, its bell tower rising above a veil of mist. The lake beside it reflects the somber mood as you approach. The building is a mix of European stonework and Japanese craftsmanship. Seems almost out of place, almost like a relic trying to forget the world that it was built in. Um, Pull up the map for you here so you can kind of see.
How long would you say I stayed here? I know I've been familiar for decades, but
You were probably stationed out of this chapel maybe for about a year or
okay.
so. Yeah.
Um, I ask because I kind of want to know how familiar I might be with the layout,
Yeah,
like
you
where they would keep their old text, which I was kind of assuming would be where their property leases and all that, all those documents would be kept
mhm.
for future ownership.
Yeah, just inside there's kind of a C-shaped lobby area with a little antechamber that kind of separates the main chapel from everything, and just beyond that, there are two other chambers off to the left and right in there. Off to the right would be kind of where they keep, it's the reliquary, where they keep items of particular value to the church. And then to the left is the is Alessandro's quarters. He's got a small desk and office within there, and that's probably where most of the important documents would be stored.
Chris, two quick things. Did
Mm-hmm.
you actually pull up that map?
Yeah, I had
Okay.
trouble with
Oh,
this
there it is. There it's coming.
the other
It was
night
just a
when
little.
when I was running
little
Noir. I was having trouble getting people pulled over as well. So I don't know what's going on.
It's pulling in now. No biggie.
Mm.
The second thing is here, and I just am clarifying because my short-term memory can be foggy sometimes. I know he was in the ledger. We are seeing him because of the fact he was in the ledger. We think he might have a connection to the shadow pedals here all of a sudden, or we
Yeah, I mean
that's
it seems very
seems that way.
strange that that he and the Shimatsu the second in command of the Shimatsu clan were at the brothel at the same
Right.
time, and there were notes that were basically made, to make arrangements with the pedals to meet with the Shimatsu clan at least. It was unclear really what the deal was, but the two of them were there at the same time.
Okay, so before we get there, I want to enact sight beyond sight to ask a few questions about this guy,
Okay.
so we know just a little bit, you know. Um, I think I want to know. I'm going to ask this one, and if you need to think about it a second, I can
Mm-hmm.
ask two of the others because this one's on the list. What do they seek? That's all. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, because I'm hoping to glean, what was sought perhaps at Madame B was why their names were in there. But if I can't glean that, something, what is he looking for now? And then what does he hate and what does he respect?
Okay. Um, the and you don't need to roll for that, right?
No, that's
Okay.
just no action, no nothing. I just know things I couldn't possibly. I have to spend a genius point, but
Mm-hmm.
I know things I couldn't possibly know.
So what he seeks is to spread Christianity across Japan through whatever means necessary.
Interesting.
What does he hate? That's probably the hardest question for me.
Okay. Okay.
Um, I think that he hates opposition, things that get in his way, in the
Okay.
way of his mission, most importantly.
Okay, and you know what? I'm gonna switch the last question from what does he respect to what is his strength?
His strength is probably his charismatic presence, his ability to get people to do what he wants them to do,
Got it.
and his ability to inspire those around him.
Okay. Um, assuming this knowledge has just fallen upon me as we've traveled and we're where we are now. Before we get there, I turn to uh Nakama, and I say, you you have you have been here before, correct?
Correct.
And how much do you know of the man we seek?
At first, he was kind, comforting.
At first.
Yeah, at first. He introduced me to Nobunaga, and then I began my own journey. And we kind of parted ways at that point.
And you have not heard from him since?
Oh, every once in a while, maybe I hear about him, but
Okay.
I hear more about, well, would I been hearing about this property takeover, or did I just kind of find out because of Morihiko?
Yeah, pretty much just kind of found out about that. That happened fairly recently, and because Morihiko, you never really knew her other than perhaps as a small child, like maybe you'd had some interaction with her as a toddler. Um, yeah, that's
Yeah.
been pretty recent. So,
So would it be safe to say that I'm coming here with a sense of curiosity to see what's happened to this person, to see, like, I imagine I'd be giving that person the benefit of the doubt when I first see them, and then I'd be eyeing them up and down to see if it's true that these things and that this person's tied to the cherry blossoms. And if so, that's a whole different issue.
The shadow petals?
Yeah, shadow petals. Because it's
I was like, wait a
whatever.
minute. What was their
Shadow petals. Shadow petals.
Same thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Same thing.
Pedal fuckers. Pedal fuckers.
Chris,
So, oh, go ahead, Clint.
would would Nakama have been there? Nakama had been there before him and Naue met, or after him and Naue met originally?
Uh, Before.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
gotcha. I thought so, but I just wanted to make sure.
Because it was his introduction to the shogun that gave him the name Yasuke. So, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So I kind of possibly know the story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I impart to Nakama, I mean, really anyone listening, but it's obviously directed at Nakama, that I have meditated on this individual, and that while I cannot, I can't fully explain what I know, that he should know that the mission that this man seeks to spread Christianity is now perhaps more. I hesitate to use the word militant, but let's go with aggressive. Than perhaps he was familiar with a decade ago. That I firmly believe that while this Christianity that I'm sure I've heard of at least may have roots in some good things, that this person may be spreading that word in ways that are less than kosher or desirable. And that also that I don't think he has any particularly special powers, but that he does not appreciate anyone standing in opposition to him. And I want to make sure that while you may have known a certain person 10 years ago, that you know who you were dealing with now.
I've met these types of people. I just want confirmation.
Right. Well, perhaps the benefit of the doubt that you intend to extend is not as warranted as you would like to hope, is all that I will say.
No, he just looks at Nakama and goes, "Yeah, this isn't the only place where Christianity is causing problems."
Yeah,
Oh,
I've been
Carl.
around. I saw them start. They were a startup back in my day.
Oh, just wait.
They were a cult, as far as I was concerned. And then all of a sudden, shit blew up.
You have no idea, my friend.
Yeah, I have been a little isolated these past 8 decades.
Oh, and also, Chris, unless you make me, through no check whatsoever, I'm just going to suggest that we all go in together. Just previous experience on that one.
I grab him by the shirt and make sure he's walking with us.
Yeah, no, I'm headed right in this time. The
All right.
church doesn't spook me as much as the other place did.
All right. Well, you hitch your horses a little bit further down the path that leads up to the chapel, and it stands before you as the sun glints off the lake, awaiting your arrival.
Oh,
There's no one out front. There's no signs or nothing.
Sean, you're muted there again.
I shouldn't be.
No, I didn't. Your mouth was moving, but I didn't hear you.
Yeah, maybe my mic didn't pick it up. Yeah, I'm just gonna go up and knock.
Okay. All right, so you knock on the door, and a priest whom you seem to remember, can't quite place his name, opens the door. And he takes one look at this towering samurai that stands before him, and a look of shock comes quickly over his face, and he kind of stumbles backwards a little bit and then immediately jets back into the chapel and out of sight.
I'll turn around. I think he remembers me.
Friend of yours.
I send Saturn after him. Saturn flutters in after him.
All right. And you see him run through the chapel and into the sanctuary itself.
I don't know why Kosai's going to, but
yeah. Oh, here I can bring him in there.
Oh, okay, cool. I was just trying to use. There we go. Thanks. Oh, hello.
There's several priests or monks that are in the sanctuary as well, and standing at the front of the sanctuary is a man dressed in white robes and a gray beard, looking very regal. The priest that ran in speaks. Can you hear through Saturn as well?
I can choose, but once I see what's in the room, I would choose to switch to hearing. So I can do one or the other. I can't do both, but I can switch. So, and I would once I took in the room, I would switch it, to what they were saying.
And he speaks to Alessandro in somewhat of a panic and says, the black samurai, the man who once called this place home, he has returned. Well, is he coming in? I don't know. I left him at the door. Well, go show him in. Yes, Your Eminence. And he very quickly kind of shuffles back out into the main hallway, and then appears and kind of peeks around the door a little bit, and he says, Mr. Barca, if I remember.
I'll nod.
I assume you're here to see His Eminence.
That would be one of the people, yes.
Yes. Will the rest of your party be joining you?
Yes.
Very well then. Please follow me. And then he leads you into the chapel.
Ayo.
Chris, I'm still on Saturn. You might have to put Kosai in for me.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Thanks. This is kind of looking around at everybody right when we walk in, like, there's an awful lot of you in here. You guys brothers, or?
Do you guys want to jump in front of me, or let me be in front?
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't intend to. Yeah, well, I don't have control over it.
I just moved myself in there.
There you go. Hop on in.
As you all walk in, the chapel is quiet. And it's filled with the scent of incense and wet stone. Candles flicker in iron sconces. And Kami, you know the place well. Walking into the sanctuary, you see him at the altar, Father Alessandro Villagnano, clad in his white robes and standing before his monks. And he turns as you enter, and his expression hardens as he sees you. So, the prodigal son returns. Yasuke. Oh no. No. You wear a new name now, don't you? Kami Nakama. How noble. Friend of God. No?
Yes.
Tell me, has the sword replaced your soul in your pilgrimage? Or are you indeed a friend of God?
I'll answer with the question. Has greed exchanged your soul?
Ah. So, it is true. You wear that name like a mask, Nakama. But I know the man beneath. Oswin Barca. The man I once believed was heaven sent. A miracle, they whispered. A symbol. And then you knelt to Nobunaga. Do you know what you did?
Yes.
Your defection set fire to a decade of our work. You were supposed to be the bridge. Instead, you became kindling for the pyre of the Lord's will. You betrayed more than me. You betrayed God.
Odd that you should bring up fire and kindling. I don't see Manuel, Carlos, or Jose. I believe you sent them into villages to buy up land. And then when they wouldn't sell, somehow these properties were burned to the ground. With the help of your new friends, old friends.
What do you speak of? What do you accuse me of?
I accuse you of racketeering, stealing property, forcing families to leave, and if they wouldn't, you'd burn their homes and sometimes them to the ground. I've seen it with my own eyes. And I also know that you've aligned yourself with the shadow petals. That kind of partnership. There is no God in that link. You are a false prophet. You are using your position to steal and make yourself feel powerful. I'm here to ask if all of this is true. I'll show you what true power is.
You dare come into a house of God, accusing me of murder. I am a priest, Nakama. I serve a higher cause. I assume you speak of the farm, no?
Many. I'm sorry, but you're a priest of your God based on your book that has absolutely nothing to do with anyone around here. And they don't want it. And you know that. So you force them. That's why I'm here. You don't belong here. Neither does your God. And I'll burn this to the ground, along with your book. Unless you leave. I'll give you till tomorrow evening. Pack up and go. Or face the consequences.
You speak as though you know the truth. You think you know the truth?
Please educate me.
Are you ready?
This is your chance.
Are you ready?
This is
to
your only
see?
chance.
Oh, well. Then I will give you the truth. But I do not think that you are ready to hear the whole of it. Like you, I have walked the halls of power. I've seen the deals in shadow and sealed with lies. You come here and you ask me about the farm, this girl. I assume about petals left in blood. I did not choose this path for her, for that family, but I know who did. And I know why. And I know it will not stop with her. You see, some truths are cloaked not to deceive, but to protect.
Yay.
All right, so before I get to that, let me finish this one bit. You want justice? I suggest you pray. You want answers? Then you must descend further into darkness. Now, Haruka.
I'm gonna burn a cat's claw to re-roll a dex roll.
Okay.
Or burn a point for that because I really want to get that stuff in. Hold on a second. Let me use a focus.
What is the cat's claw thing again?
Cat's grace actually allows me to re-roll a failed dex roll. Oh,
Nice.
actually, let me
Okay.
make sure that's just not just saving throws.
Might be able to bail you out with a 12, not the 19. Relax.
Cat's grace.
19.
Yeah, so
Not doing the 19.
Yeah, it's a failed dex check. So
Okay, so not just saving throws. All right.
Yeah. So let me try that again. Let me try that again.
There you go. That's a little better. Now, your plan was to kind of sneak behind. Over this way. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to shadow walk over there.
Okay.
And basically while he's talking, I draw the longbow and applied poison to one of the arrows, and I'm just waiting for him to kind of finish up what he was saying before I would fire my shot.
Okay. So you've successfully kind of shadow walked over into the corner, kind of a little bit behind where Alessandro is. He continues his monologue, and thank you, Clint, for not killing him in the middle of it. I was.
I was almost ready to, honestly. I was like, I got knives and shit. I could end this right now.
Yeah, basically, as soon as he's done talking, like I fire is when I'll fire.
He is not mine to kill, so.
Yeah.
Alessandro continues to Nakama. As I am sure you are aware, since you are here and posing these questions to me, the Shadow Petals are no myth. The Shimatsu are no longer just a clan. They are a reckoning. And if you keep digging, you'll find not justice, but judgment. and it will not spare you. My brothers, Nakama, Oswin, Barca, Yasuke, whatever he is calling himself now, he is no longer a friend of the church. Our secrets shall remain behind these walls. God has spoken. Strike now with the word of God. Vengeance, my brothers. Vengeance calls.
That sounds like a pretty good cue for me.
That's a good
I stabbed this dude.
Yeah, I was gonna say I pull out my knife too.
I go for the nearest guy as well,
Yeah, I pull out a knife also.
and I say, "Fuck you, Templar."
Fuck you, Templar.
Does that 13 hit, by the way?
You're doing a little surprise attack.
Me, yes.
Okay.
Like as soon as he yells out vengeance, like I'm like, that seems like exactly why I'm here. So, ding.
13 just hits.
Okay, cool.
Excellent. All right.
Are we rolling initiative, or do I get my strike in? How's that?
Yeah, you still get your strike in because
Okay.
we have not rolled initiative yet, and you said you were going to do it before we did it. So
Yep.
Did you hear mine too? Because I
did.
pulled out the knife. Okay, I was just making sure. Strike.
7 damage.
7 damage. All right.
That's what Haruka.
I forget. It's like a wisdom.
And I'm just clarifying here, Sean. Did you actually roll or did you just roll damage? Did we just hit that because it's a surprise?
I haven't rolled anything
You
yet.
still roll the attack.
Oh, I thought that was. Oh, okay. All right. I thought that looked like you rolled damage. That was Haruka doing that, though.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it now. My bad.
I will roll now, though.
Yep, same.
17.
And I actually rolled a 12, which is a 16. So.
All right, 17 points of damage, slashing, and piercing.
All right.
It's all over the place.
Amazing.
And I did 5 points. Yeah.
Okay, so 17.
Well, no.
Okay, go ahead. Hold on.
I just wanted.
Let me
Sorry,
get caught.
yeah, you do your
let me
thing
get
first.
caught
Sorry.
up here. So 17 points of damage to the one next
That's
to Nakama.
Yep.
So, and then Frick, what were you saying?
I was going to say instead of 5, it is 5, but I'm also going to enact Your Time Has Come when an enemy you're aware of within 120 feet takes damage. He's also going to take an additional 5d6. So I'm going to get that up in there also.
I was going to do my second attack, but if you're going to knock him out, go ahead.
I don't think he's going after the same guy, though.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
5.
Well, then, can I take my second attack on the doofus here?
Yep.
Oh, shit. Never mind.
There we go.
19.
That's plus the 5. So.
Well done.
Oh, plus the 5. Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's in addition to the it's an additional 5d6.
All right. 16 for my second strike on priest number Z, whatever he is.
All right. Yeah, that's a definite hit.
Cool. Come on. Where are my dice? There we go.
15. All right. That'll do
Yep.
it.
Let's take them out, boys. Let's go.
And then I'd like to move if I could.
Yep.
There was still the poison damage from the arrow I shot. We never addressed.
All right. So what's that?
He has to roll like a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom?
And then if not,
A poison that affects wisdom?
Is wisdom?
Yeah.
that's what you had said. I just brought it up. Hold on.
Oh,
There it is.
wisdom. Wow.
Yeah, I don't understand that either.
Well, you have advantage on it. The poison isn't wisdom. No?
Oh.
You have advantage on intelligence, medicine, and wisdom checks. but the
To
poison-
identify poisons.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
Doesn't say anything
treat.
about,
It
what's
says
the,
and treat.
yeah, but what's the damage? It doesn't say. So.
Oh yeah, it doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I think it's probably attached to the
Why?
actual poison, not the ability of being a specialist.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think that +2 maybe.
Yeah, I thought you had said it was like a D4,
Let
so
Let me
that's what
pull up your character sheet real
I
quick here.
I don't see.
Okay, so the knife.
Because I don't actually have whatever individual poison is listed like in my inventory that I
Okay,
see.
so you don't, but that would be a +1d4.
So yeah, that's what I thought. That's what you had said that. Okay, so then yeah, it was just the extra two.
So 2 more.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
And Haruka will yell out, "He is mine!" when she sees Oswin approach the priest.
And a 0. There we go. And because I like
He
the look
owes
of the
me
blood. There we go. Okay. All right. So now is the time to roll the initiative.
I will yell back at Haruka. He owes me blood. Anytime my roll goes through, there we go. 14.
Hey, Chris, will you set? I've got a thing that allows me to re-roll initiative. Will you reset mine, please?
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, dang it. Mine didn't go through. Oh, it is there. Cool.
Yet.
That's better.
Yeah, will you reset mine? I got a
Okay.
I get advantage, and I know I can beat a 3.
Yeah, those are helpful, aren't they?
You can do it.
Oh yes, I can.
All right. So, Haruka, you are first up in the initiative order. Now, if you note, you can see the kind of glowing aura around the token of Alessandro.
Oh yes,
That
that's why I thought he is mine.
Yeah, that is definitely an individual that is directly involved in the death of you and your family.
Yes, I cannot rest until he is dead. Like
Uh-huh.
literally. Like literally. So she advances, katana drawn, and is going to attempt to run him through.
Hey.
Like screaming. Yes, Kitty's screaming. Ooh, that is not very good.
14 hits, though. Oh, wait, sorry. It's not a 14, is it? It's an 11. 11 does not hit.
All right, so attack the first misses. How about attack the second?
There you go. 20 will hit.
20. Do the 20.
And 8
Yes.
or 11 more damage. All right.
Then for her offhand attack, she's just gonna like backhand him in the face, like just vicious pimp slap.
All right, so you lunge forward. He sees you just barely out of the corner of his eye as you approach, and he pulls back just a little bit, but you cut him across the gut. With the second attack, you back fist him across the face. It lands, and he stumbles backward into the cross.
He's no good to us dead.
And 6 more.
It was a wicked backhand. He's no good to anybody.
And is that it for you then?
Yeah.
All right. All right, so we go to this priest right here, who now sees that the father is under attack, and he comes running down the aisle, leaps up onto the altar. Whoops, wrong guy.
was going to say that guy's
And
doing.
the dead guy's moving.
Yeah, that's freaky.
Leaps up onto the altar and comes crashing down with a ritual dagger and is aiming for your shoulder.
For me, I'm assuming.
Hmm.
For me.
Yep.
Okay.
Ooh, got a 23 to hit. Assume that hits.
My hit. Yes.
And got 6 points of damage on that one.
Okay. D6.
Now
The one right in front of me.
yeah.
Back to me. Is his back to me, or is he facing the front?
He's kind of in profile to you. And facing, yes,
Gotcha.
where the action is.
Okay, well, I'll get my vital strike because I'll pull out the sword and will, with the first action, whack at him.
Light it up.
Do has buffer.
You don't need my 19. You got your own 19.
Yeah, but
Or
that's just
16.
that's a 16. So does a
Oh,
20?
but you need the.
No, don't waste it yet.
Okay. All right. No,
Does a
say you
20
need that 30.
does a 21 hit?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I get that plus, since I had advantage, I get the vital strike. So 3d6. How did I only get 11 on that?
You get 3 ones.
How embarrassing!
So bad.
So bad. That's gonna be one of those nights, isn't it?
All right, so he senses your movement and kind of moves just a little bit. You were going right for the throat. You catch him in his left bicep, creating a big gash in his arm. But you see, as he turns around, he too now bears a dagger in his hand.
Oh, no problem. With my second attack,
Mm-hmm.
we'll just since he's turning around to me, we'll go for the front of the throat. That's another 21.
Okay, that's a hit for sure.
Blackjack.
Oops. Oh, I don't get the three. I don't get the 3d6 this time. Just the regular. That's 7.
Okay.
That is just once during your turn.
All right, you don't get him in the throat, but cut him across his upper chest. Just barely missed, but definitely hurt him.
With my bonus action,
Yep.
I'm going to put the mark of death on the priest.
Okay.
So that I will know where he is within 120 feet at all times. In case he tries to run.
Alessandro or the priest that you're fighting?
Alessandro.
Okay.
Alessandro.
Gotcha. All right, Kosai.
Okay, let's see. As an action. Okay. Just deciding if I want to use that or I think I do. I'm going to use the moth and doom the priest that is a few feet from me there. So all attacks against him will have advantage until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
And then now that's the action, so I can't do an offhanded attack, right? Because my original action wasn't an attack. The attack.
Well, I mean, we're in the actual round now, so you have however many actions you would normally have, plus an offhand attack if you choose to use it.
Okay. See, I think I just have the one action. I'm blanking out on that right now, and I don't know why.
I think you do.
But I'm
just
pretty
have
sure
one
I just
now.
have the one action.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that's the action, and then I don't think I have anything. Let me double check here, but let's see. Oh, let's see. It's a bonus. Oh no, that's an action. Okay, never mind. Yeah, there's nothing else I can do that would qualify as a bonus that I can do. So that's it. I'm just gonna doom him.
Okay. And whom are you doing?
Sorry, the guy a few feet. This guy here, a
Okay.
few feet from me.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. All right. It is his turn. He takes a step in towards you, attacks with his knife. Does a 12 hit?
I don't think so. Let me double check though. No, 13. So
And then he takes a step out into the hallway, still within range, so you don't get a attack of opportunity on that.
Okay.
And he calls out, "Tomas! Armando! Come defend the father!"
What a little bitch.
Yeah, fine. Go get Thomas and Armando. Go get Vincenzo and all the rest of them. I don't give a shit.
Bring all your boys.
Pull up. Pull up.
Yeah.
All right, Nakama.
The attack action to the priest that's on the desk with me.
23 will definitely hit.
Alrighty then. What was my actual roll? Okay, 15. 10 points of all kinds of damage.
Okay.
I'm going to, as I'm stabbing this guy, I'm going to talk to Haruka and say, I still need Alessandro to answer questions. We need all his documents. What the hell am I doing? Sorry, I rolled damage way before I even rolled to attack.
Well, if you hit, we know what you're gonna get.
Yay,
There
that's
you
a
go.
crit.
Woohoo!
And that's against the priest.
Yes.
Smash.
21 points.
All right, since he's standing on the table, you take a swing and you chop off both legs at the knee.
Ouch!
And he hits the table on his ass, falls over backwards, and just sprays the cross with blood.
Gross.
I had the higher ground. Well, I guess in that case, I'll jump down and position myself by Alessandro and kind of just start. I'm going to ask him point blank where the property documents are that he stole from my family.
You go straight to hell.
Oh, your hell? I don't believe in that. Sorry. Then I'm just going to look up at Haruka. It's like, it's in your hands, but I do want the property.
Haruka, real quick, make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Wisdom save.
13.
Goes fucking nuts and starts blowing the shit out of his face.
Rah!
No. Don't take his lips. He needs to speak.
Trying to find the name of this thing. Okay. Your shared experience
Yes.
might very well give you the answers from this guy that you need.
Yes, yes. I mean, all right. I was already thinking about it, but thank you for the tip.
Morihiko.
Let's see. I think that I'm listening to this. If I can make my way up to the priest,
Mm-hmm.
whoops, I'm all over the map there with my dashing. I don't know if I even need the right tool, but it's no. I may be carrying, so I'll go ahead and use it. Some ropes, some of the ropes used in Shinto ritual, and I'm gonna just tourniquet his legs because we need information from him.
It's not him. The one that he cut the legs off of was the guy that
Oh, is
was
that
on
the
the table.
priest?
It's this guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
Let me totally
that smear
think
of
about
blood that you see there.
I will
Oh.
let him continue to.
You can let
paint
him die.
the church. I'll let him paint the church. Instead, I'm moving in up here so that I can be close to both Nakama and Haruka, and give them the, how you say, the guiding light.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that gives them advantage on their next attack roll. And if the attack hits, they do an additional 1d4 damage.
Okay. Did that come through as it needed to in the?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Sweet.
All right. Then we go to the priest with Naue, who lashes out in desperation with his knife. Ooh.
Ooh, almost
That
Got a
hits.
23 to hit
That hits.
for 5 points of damage. And that's all he can do. And then we have Alessandro. Let's see here.
You better start praying.
I was just about to say you might try a prayer, priest. Like, it's not gonna go well.
I'd say you may not want him to pray.
Yeah, I think he's angry enough. And he's hurt enough that he's going to lash out. And he turns to Kami Nakama and he says, "With God's will, I smite you, and I send you to the hell you do not believe in."
Shucks.
Ooh.
22 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Did he just like swing on him with his fist or something?
Knife.
Oh, he's got a knife.
So 5 damage there. And Kami, you're going to need to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Forget, is that the thing that's the thing to the right. Okay.
Yeah, you made it.
Hey,
Yeah. See.
The look on his face was terrifying. But you're able to brush that off. And since he can't break away, he's going to lash out again with the knife. Oops, I hit the wrong thing.
I'm just picturing him doing like the Bilbo Baggins thing, and the
Yeah.
thing is
And he
Wow.
missed with the second attack.
all teeth and shit.
Guy doesn't know me at all.
How about that? Okay, Haruka.
So he turned his back to me.
Yeah, he did.
She will step up. Oh, just a second. Don't ask like that.
Where did he go?
All right. I just had to grab something real quick. She walks up behind him and she says, "Owls whisper through wind, wolves creep quiet through the wood, and Haruka hunts." And then she grabs him by the back of the throat to do the share experience and find out where the documents are.
Okay.
So basically, I have advantage for this attack because of the guiding light, right?
The guiding light gives you advantage.
And we're flanking, so I guess I have
Well, you're flanking, yeah. Yeah.
advantage anyway.
Double advantage.
Okay, so that would just be an unarmed strike.
$18 will hit.
Okay, and it does a D4 because of the light as well.
I'll have to take you at your word. I don't have that pulled up.
Additional damage increases to 1d6 at level 5.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and the
If
guiding
they
light.
hit, yeah, if
Okay.
the attack hit, no, it's there. It is. If the attack hits, they deal an additional 1d4 and it increases to 1d6. So it's a 1d6. So you do an additional 1d6 damage.
Oh, okay.
Thanks,
Scrolled
Rick.
back up on it. Yep, I scrolled back up on it real quick.
So then, yeah.
3. Come down to 1 health point.
Yeah. Well, first I need to share this
That's
experience.
all you need.
Bitch, slap him again.
Yeah, I still have like my offhand, which is what I'll use for that. But I need to get the experience out of them.
All right, so you place your hand. You've got him by the neck, and then you place your hand over his face, just over his eyes, which bring you into his soul, and the world falls away, and there is darkness, but not silence. Hushed whispers, Latin prayers, muttered backward. Sandalwood smoke curling through air long untouched by the sun. You see it as he saw it. Descending ancient stone steps beneath an overgrown Shinto shrine. The mossy torii gate above gives way to crypt-like tunnels carved deep into the earth, deeper than any church or castle. The air is wet and cold. Torches sputter and die as if choked by something unseen. Then he is there. A man in robes, not worn since the age of exploration, yet pristine, immaculate, untouched by time. His eyes shimmer like candlelight reflected in a blade. He speaks no greeting, offers no blessing. The order has grown soft. Where faith grows passive, power must become absolute. You will be my hand, Alessandro. Japan is the key. You feel, Haruka, Alessandro's awe curdle with terror. He tries to speak, to object, but the man, Francis Xavier, long dead founder of the Jesuits, raises a single finger. With a touch to the brow, Alessandro's will crumbles. Visions flood into your mind. Kyoto in flames, war banners of the Shimatsu clan rising over broken gates. Toyotomi Hideyoshi clutching his chest, poisoned sake staining the tatami red. The shadow petals slithering like smoke through the palace halls, a temple defiled, its altar turned into a Templar dais. And Xavier, arms outstretched before a crowd of warriors, Jesuits, and pedals, speaking of salvation wrapped in conquest. Faith is the pretext, control is the mission. The final image burns into Haruka's mind. The farm, in flames, and a map, old and yellowing. The region around Lake Biwa, circled in red. At the edge of the lake, Otsu, a shrine etched with the Templar cross, half hidden beneath calligraphy. And the farm, now in ruins, overlooks all of Kyoto. And it sees the Portuguese and Italian ships entering the harbor of Kyoto. Then light, blinding white light, a scream, his scream, your scream, and it's gone. You blink, and you have returned, your heart pounding, Alessandro in your hands. Only the whisper of that name remains, like ash on the tongue. Francis Xavier. Now,
Yeah. I'm just he stabbed me. I'm gonna run him through with Hezbollah. I ain't got time for that.
ooh, that was almost a 20.
I know, so close.
15 definitely hits, though.
15 definitely hits. And this is the first one, so I get the Vital Strike.
Whew.
Oops, that
39.
I think I did that wrong. I hit 66. That's only supposed to be 3d6. My apologies. Let me do that again.
There were some 4s in there. I don't know what
I think I
else.
hit advantage rather than normal. That's better.
Yeah, well, that'll still do.
Yeah.
Takes away his 4 remaining health points.
Well, I figured as much. And then, since I'm done with him, I'm going to go over to the one that's at the door that hollered out. And I'll take my second action that I get to take Hezbollah and run him through.
Yep. That's the guy outside the door, so you'll need to go about
Okay.
there.
Gotcha. Okay. 18 hit him.
Yep.
Jesus Christ, I'm rolling horrible damage.
Yeah, that 25 was nothing to write home about.
Well, that one. Everything else, I've rolled a 1.
Is that it for you?
That would be it for me.
All right, Kosai. Now you're muted there.
I was just pointing out it's still at advantage because it's till the end of my turn. 15 gets him though, right?
Yep.
Hell yeah. And then we're gonna do the normal damage, and I'm gonna enact my genius plan again. throw 5d6 on him also.
Oof.
So 18 total.
All right.
At least somebody's rolling good.
And what are you hitting him with? I forgot.
That is my genius plan. Your time has come. So I spend a genius point, but it gives me five. He takes 5d6 of the same type of damage.
Yeah, the weapon you're hitting him with.
Oh, my knife.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So,
Sorry.
you kind of come around the side, and as you do, draw the weapon across his throat, slits his throat, and he falls down in a pool of his own blood.
Hell yeah.
Nicely done, so.
Kami Nakama. Alessandro at this point is subdued and unable to do anything.
All right.
Oh, and OBS just went down again. Yay.
Bum, bum, bum.
He's actually still stunned from this experience.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what I meant. He's unable to do anything. Let's give this a second for it to come back.
Right.
Yeah, him and me both are kind of stunned until the end of our turns.
Reconnection successful.
Ooh,
All
let me
right.
grab oops.
There we go. All right, we're back. Hello, 5 viewers. All right, so where did we leave off? We're back at Kami Nakama, and Alessandro is stunned for this round. So, what would you like to do?
Well, I noticed these Templar Knights. Should I? Do I hear anything?
Nothing
coming in?
yet.
Okay.
You did hear the one priest that stepped out of the sanctuary call for more people.
Okay. Haruka, do we have what we need?
I'm also stunned.
Fuck.
Both
God.
of us are like kind of in a catatonic state for a second.
Morihiko, don't let him go anywhere.
I'm on
And
it.
I'm out of here. I'll be back. Let's see. How far can I go?
Dash that shit, my man.
Yeah, I just gotta figure out where I'm going here. And which priest that priest left here, right?
Yep, the one that's
Yeah.
just outside the door right here.
Hanging out with me in Noway in a puddle.
All right. So I accidentally put my token underneath it. There, thank you very much. Oh, so there's that little blood thing there. Okay.
There are more coming.
Kosai, where?
Not
Where'd that
sure
priest
yet.
go? Ah,
I mean, oh, the priest. What? No, we killed him. The priest that ran out here. He hollered for help, though. We don't.
All right.
Oh, there they are.
Oh, sorry.
I see them.
There's one.
There they are.
I thought that door was closed, but it's not. There he is. Go get him.
All right. Well, since I dashed, I guess I'll just sit here and wait.
All right.
I'm just saying, they're like,
Morihiko.
All right, I'll hop down off this table. Alessandro where is he positioned? Did you say he's in front of a cross?
Yeah, right in front of this cross right here.
Okay. I would like to Sasumata him to the cross.
All right.
oh yeah.
Ugh, 6.
Drat.
That one's a miss.
Don't try to kill him.
Do you have any other actions?
Well, I mean, an offhanded, there is no offhanded Sasumato, but
It's a two-handed weapon anyway, so you wouldn't be able to do that. So now you've got Queso. Do you want him to do anything?
a good idea. I'll sick queso on him. Thank you. To just, I'm gonna have queso reach up and rest his paws on Alessandro's chest and snarl.
Okay. Oop. Oh, hold on there. I just moved like 20 people. All right. How that happened. All right. There we go.
That's disconcerting.
All right. So Queso is now opposite of Haruka and is kind of pushing him back towards the cross at this point.
Yeah, again, he's still catatonic, guys.
Sure. Yeah. All right, so that Templar Knight that just appeared in the doorway up there is making his way out toward Nakama.
Dang it. It's been so long since I killed somebody.
And he has a large axe, like a double-headed axe called a lebris. And he comes crashing down with this thing in your direction. Two-handed attack. Oof. Got a 10 to hit.
Nope.
And he misses it.
He misses and then swings back up with it for a second attack. Yeah, I missed that one too. Got an 8. And then a doorway here opens up as you see another almost identical Templar Knight appear in the hallway, makes his way over to Nakama, flanks the other guy, rolls with advantage. Got a 21 to hit this time.
Yeah, that hits. Oh, wait, hold on.
Hey, no, huh?
He had advantage?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, this is what I meant. I gotta read all this crap. So I can get rid of someone's advantage.
Oh, okay.
When an opponent attacks you with advantage, but before they roll their attack, you could use your reaction to cancel the advantage. So
Okay.
I messed that up, but so 21. Let's go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
I need to remember that.
Take 11 points of damage from that one. He is going to roll again.
Mm-hmm.
Am I
with advantage?
confused?
Is it with advantage?
It is with advantage.
I'm going to cancel that advantage.
Okay. All right.
Oh my god.
Thank you for the pause.
That was the longest.
I didn't know he had a second attack. I was like, oh, I'm done. All right.
And he got a 23 to hit on that one.
Yeah.
7 points of damage on that.
Ooh, all right.
And then, Clint, you were going to say something?
Am I confused?
Hmm?
Likely.
Aren't they attacking Kosai?
No. Uh-uh.
You're attacking me.
I mean, he's way down here is the only reason.
Okay.
Who's way down there?
So Nakama moved up with us.
Nakama is here where I'm pinging. Is he not there on your map?
No,
he's up here.
He's back with you. Okay.
Is he there now?
I'm in between.
He's close too.
Huh. Weird.
Him there in the hallway.
Yeah. Now he's above the
Yeah.
top one.
Something funky's going on.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
flanked by them and right next
Okay,
to,
yeah, on the
what's his nuts?
feed, it's right,
Ah,
Weird.
but on my screen, it's not. Okay,
Okay.
I'll send you a
I have to
picture of it,
refresh
Chris,
them
just
all.
for posterity's sake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
sorry, that's why I was confused. At least I'm
Yeah.
not the only one.
mm,
Yeah, no, it's me too.
makes sense.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so we are back to Haruka at the top of the next round.
Coming out of the kind of the shock of the experience.
Yep.
Yeah. Huh? Fuck. Francis Xavier. Or she would just be like Francis Xavier.
Oh, do you know that name? What have you done?
You.
You're a witch.
You're one to talk. You serve no god, but your own greed and your own church. And Japan will never fall to your people. And then she's just gonna grab the arrow that she shot him with and kind of viciously rip it out of him.
All right. That'll probably do that last bit of damage that you need to, and he falls to his knees.
Yeah, you were saying he was at one, so I figured like that'd probably be enough to do it. And then she kind of spits down and looks over at Morihiko and says, "They wish to rule over all of Japan in the name of their god. We must not let this happen."
All right, now I.
Okay. Now that I know that Kami Nakama's there, I'll take a step over and go there.
Mm-hmm.
Does he look Italian?
Who the?
The Templar.
Well, it's hard to tell because he's got full armor on.
Oh, he's got the full armor. Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Gotcha. I'll just
He's
look at
keeping
him
with-
and go, God, it's been a while since I've seen one of you. And come down, try to get a Hezbollah, like, in his neck.
Okay.
Oh, that's...
Well, misses.
How about a 19?
That's critical.
Well, that's critical.
Jesus Christ!
That's the one.
There it is.
There it is.
I wanted to see a waterfall, goddammit.
I'm working on it.
And then, since it didn't kill him,
Yeah, he moved forward
Didn't?
just a little bit. You caught just the back of his neck with that, creating a huge gash, but missing the vital arteries.
I'll just look at him and go, oh, come on now. Oops. Sorry. Oh, no, that was right. And a
will hit.
22.
Yep. Or 9.
Yep.
He is dead. You draw the blade back and kind of sever his spine.
I'll just look at Kami or Osmond and go, you can have that one if you want.
Kosai.
Well. I was gonna do something. I realized I can't do it again until I've had a long rest. So we'll just drop the little knife and pull out the bigger knife. And take a big old swing at this guy in this big old armor. I don't think I'm gonna hit him though.
Yep, 6 is a miss.
Yeah. And that's the one I can't. That doesn't have an offhand attack because I switched over to the bigger one. So that's it for me.
Kami.
Well, I'm gonna turn and I'll strike this little poor guy. Templar Knight bastard. I'm going to use my bonus action to feint. And so
Is there still advantage granted if this was the first action? Since guiding light was put on you?
That's a good question because that's what I was going to do. Was give myself advantage. Or I could actually just move and give myself advantage.
I mean, I think I already gave it to you. And
Did you?
I don't think you've done an action since then.
Yep, next attack roll. Right.
All right, great.
Cool.
Great.
Hey there, Tony.
22
22.
shall hit.
Hello, man.
10 points.
Okay.
Second attack.
Same as the first.
Yeah, and this wouldn't be advantage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to move over
But
here.
I was gonna say at least not because of guiding light.
What's the damage advantage given though?
Oh yeah, plus 6.
it'll be 16.
A D6. Sorry. A D6.
Oh, a D6.
Mm.
All right.
Thanks, Christy.
Thank you. 3.
More. Okay.
Yep. And then I'll roll with advantage my second attack.
20.
Dirty
Mhm.
20.
That'll hit.
Ah.
9.
Picking them apart.
And then do I have an offhand? No, I have
You
the-
can. Mm-hmm.
Yay.
But
Oh,
no, you're okay. 17 would hit, but he is wearing armor, and your PV won't beat that.
my PV.
Penetration value.
Yeah.
Where do I find that?
Well, an offhand is going to be. It wouldn't be with. You've got your sword and nothing else in the other hand, right?
Yeah, my katana that I'm using two-handed in order
Right.
to get that brutal.
If you click unarmed strike, it says PV1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That's
gotta
where
be
you
able to
see it.
do enough damage or enough penetration to get through.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still not seeing a
Shit, my
number.
knife wouldn't do it either. It's
Oh, you just gotta
like where
click
it
on
says-
it. Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
the
click on it
PV1.
where it says basic
Mhm.
melee weapon and all that.
Oh. So he's got a PV3? What the fuck? All right. Fine. Be that way.
All right, Morihiko then.
Okay.
I'm sorry, did I cut you off there, Sean?
No, no.
Okay.
I'm planning to leave Queso with Alessandro.
He did.
Queso is sort of holding an action in a sense, just waiting because I think he was stunned
Mhm.
at the time. So he wasn't doing anything, but if it becomes relevant as far as keeping him there, Queso would do a charm, a minor illusion,
Okay.
to appear 3 times his size.
Okay.
Alessandro's dead, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm keeping him just barely hanging on, but essentially, yes, he is dead. He may have some more information to give you.
Oh, because I would have killed him on my turn.
Well, I know, yeah, you pulled the thing out, and I mean, he's dying. He is dying. So,
No way for
if you don't want the information, I can say that he's dead.
Well, that's why I did the share experience. was
Right,
to get the
right.
information.
Right.
But I
Right.
would reach out to you, Haruka, and say, cool your vengeance. There may be more information in this.
State your vengeance. Oh,
All
there are
right.
more people to kill.
And if you want that to be a part of the vision, I can go back and I can give you the information that he's going to give you. If you want him dead, he can be dead.
I mean, that was literally the entire reason I was doing the shared experience
All right.
was to get the information from him. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll figure out how to give you that information otherwise.
Okay.
I'm rushing away though, looking for the door.
There it is.
There it is. There we go. Okay. Can I attempt to assault this Templar?
You certainly may.
Okay. I've never tried this, but it says I have a snap lock.
Ah, well, you don't want to get that close because you'll be doing that at advantage. So, best thing to do with the flintlock is don't go past him because then that's going to give him an attack of opportunity. If you shoot
Sure.
from there, there we go.
There we go. There he is. I will do that. So is this a one-handed attack? Yes. Okay. I think.
Yeah, one-handed. 11 is a miss. Shot goes wide, just past Kami Nakama.
Hey-o.
That is a loud noise.
Sorry.
And I think that then brings us to the Templar Knight, who realizes he is flanked. And I think he's gonna just lash out and strike again with the Libris to Kami Nakama first. Oh, I hit the wrong damn thing again.
Good.
Yeah, it's a 19,
Yikes.
24 to hit.
Yeah, hits. Yep.
And does 8 damage.
Okay. Healing potions.
You can't die.
But I can lie there still for hours. You want to drag a nearly 7-foot dude around?
Got a 21 for a second attack on you.
Yeah.
And only 5 that time. What's your armor value?
For me.
Yeah.
Basic is 17, but when I have my personal weapon, my katana, it's 19. Against melee attacks, so it's 17 against ranged.
No, that's your defense.
Yeah, what were you asking?
Your armor value for light
Oh.
historical armors is
Yeah.
AV1.
AV1
Okay.
plus 3.
I mean, he's going to do this anyway, but I just wanted to know. So he's going to do an offhand attack
Mhm.
and kick you. Got a
Yeah.
12 to hit, which I don't think is going to beat it. All right. Okay. Haruka.
We'll see what all this ruckus is out here. Also, are these candles lit?
Yes.
I'm just gonna knock a couple of them over on my way out.
All right.
If they set this place on fire, that's really on the candles. I think that's about as far as I can. I think one more. I kind of just see them going to town on this whatchamacallit?
The Templar, yep.
Yeah.
You have any distance attacks you want to do?
I do. I have the arrow that I pulled out of that guy. I guess I'll use it and put it into the Templar, or at least I'll try. I feel like both of the guys are kind of out of the way. Surely I won't roll a one and hit them.
Ooh, that was close.
19 will definitely hit. Five.
Yeah, just casually walk up and put an arrow in this dude.
That's the one. So, because this Haruka is the start of a new round, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and spend it so she can get this. It's gonna be the genius point for your time has come again. So, Haruka, add 5d6 to that.
Oh,
Hmm.
all
Beats
right.
down.
Yeah, I saw it.
Oops, I think I rolled one d6 too many. Or actually, it didn't. It just added six.
Yeah, that
Haha.
was just one. 1d6 plus
That's
6.
really
That's
all you
not hard.
need.
Yeah,
Uh,
had to do it.
you shoot directly into the slit of his helm and catch him just in the side of his eyeball, and it just lodges into his brain, and you just see blood spurt out of the opening. And he falls dead.
Nice shot.
Thank you. Do like a little curtsy.
And everything falls quiet here in the chapel.
Oh, wait a minute.
And then we were discussing that we need the extra information from Alessandro.
Which is basically where the documents are located.
Well, essentially, yes. And the documents for sure are in the office, but truthfully, the documents that you were looking for were evidence of the fact that
Their involvement.
the church was involved in the murder of your family, correct? Without a doubt, the vision that you saw confirmed that. With the burning of the family farm in the vision, he certainly was one of the ones responsible for calling that. If it was not him himself, it was this Francis Xavier.
Xavier, yeah.
As you pull back on that bow and release, everything kind of goes back into slow motion, and you have this the vision comes back momentarily, and you see Alessandro standing between you and the Templar in almost a spirit form. And he says to you, "Do you think you've done something righteous here, storming in like blades of judgment? You have no idea what you have stumbled upon. Yes, the Jesuits are Templars, always have been. Pious words for the public, quiet steel for the cause. We offered the Shimatsu more than faith. We offered them order, dominion, a seat in something far older and greater than any clan. And they accepted, gladly. Your farm, it was never about you. Your land overlooks both Kyoto's veins and the harbor's throat. It is the key to this region's soul, and conquest. The petals, yes, they are the blades in the dark, as legendary as they are real. We made them an offer: coin, immunity, secrets. But all of this, all of it, was never mine to command. This man, the man you saw through my eyes, he is older than he should be. Cloaked in robes even the Vatican dare not touch. He is not just a priest, he is an architect. Francis Xavier. You will find his name in forgotten halls, whispered in missions that never made it to paper. The world thinks him a saint. He is very much alive, and he is coming. You have killed me, and I see before me two paths, one to darkness, one to light. I do not know if what I give you now will let me pass to the light, because I see the darkness I have wrought in the name of God. If you want to kill this serpent, you will find its heart beneath the hidden shrine at Otsu. But be warned, you will not walk away the same. Xavier watches. Xavier waits. And it is that moment where the arrow that you flung passes into the skull of the Templar, and he falls.
Haruka mumbles, we won't keep him waiting very long. Which doesn't make sense to anybody else.
And Alessandro fades away.
Haruka also kind of says out of nowhere, I've never claimed righteousness. I just claim vengeance. And then kind of looks around to see what's going on. What? Huh?
No, he just looks at Haruka and goes, "Who were you talking to this time?"
Ghosts.
And what were these ghosts saying?
Fresh ghosts. Oh, there's a shrine, or beneath the shrine. What was the name? I didn't get a chance to write it down.
Otsu.
That's Utsu. Utsu.
Okay.
There are secrets there. There's a man, Francis Xavier, would-be saint, who still lives. He founded the Jesuits.
Yep.
He controls the Jesuits. They seek to rule our land, the Italians, the Portuguese. My land, specifically, a strategic value to them. We are already ruining their plans. But there's much more we could do. Now we need to seek the shrine.
Francis
Okay.
Xavier. Makes sense.
He watches. He's waiting for us.
Where?
Um, I don't know that I got his exact location, did I?
Not his location, but you know the location of the shrine.
Yeah, that's all I know. The next stop.
And now Carl,
Mm-hmm.
if you will roll a um, probably wisdom, please.
Do do do
Oh,
do
this
do
guy.
do 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 do.
There you go.
Uh-huh.
So, in the present day, you know enough about the Templars and of Xavier,
Right.
and Xavier died supposedly
Mm-hmm.
almost 50 years ago, 1552. Not quite 50 years ago, about 48 years ago.
Okay. Gotcha. Haruka?
Haruka.
Haruka, yeah. Did in your vision or whoever you're talking to, did they say Francis Xavier was alive?
Yes, I suspect he may be like our friend Kami there. Some sort
Yeah.
of some sort of long-lived being or
Yeah, because if he was alive, he would be, 100 or so. So it's possible, very not likely. But also, yeah, well, in my timeline at least, he died about 50 years ago.
in the vision, did he look like particularly decrepit, or did he look pretty, I don't know, vivacious?
He looked to be probably in his 40s.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, he definitely. There's some magic afoot. If he is not like Kami, then there's some other uh, enchantments or deviltry at work.
Hmm.
I do not believe his god is that good.
I know his god is not that good. Um, so anyway, um, yeah, so Oswin, we're back at the Templars again.
Yay.
Yay. Um, why is it always the Templars?
I don't know.
Um, so yeah, let's I guess we need to find this Francis Xavier. I guess do you know where this shrine is?
You have a good feeling of how to get there because you saw Lake Biwa off in the distance. Everything is seems to be centered around this lake. You know, even Madame Biwa being named after the lake. There is everything that you are doing seems to be centered around this for the most part.
Hmm.
But you're familiar with the area that this shrine would be. You remember it to be a Shinto shrine from your youth.
Yeah.
But it even at that time it was falling into disrepair. But it was someplace where the children would go and play when you were younger.
Yeah. I'll kind of relate that. Yes, I'm familiar with this old shrine. It has fallen out of use since I was a child, but I know the
Oh,
area.
well, good. Is there any value searching for anything around here? Think we'll find any more information?
Perhaps in his office there might be any like documents or deeds or something, but I suggest we should hurry before the flames take this place.
Flames?
Yes.
I look back into the sanctuary.
Yeah, it has caught some of the.
Oh,
I don't know what they're called, but those little things that are on the table, or on the altar back there on fire. So yeah, it's not spreading fast because it's mostly stone. But yeah,
Has Alessandro been consumed by fire yet, or anything?
not consumed. No,
Oh, he is on fire though.
his robes are probably starting to catch flame at this point.
Shit. All right. I wanted to see if he had anything on him, any identifying jewelry, anything. A little out of character, but I just have a feeling it would have been nice to have had something off of him.
You might be able to get it.
Let's get it. Let's see if he's got any kind of religious emblem, ring, insignia, anything I can yank off of him real quick while he's burning.
He certainly has a very large ring on his hand. You kind of flip him over, and he's got the long kind of crucifix cross necklace as well. Both of these things would have only been given to a priest of his stature.
I'm gonna yank that crucifix off from around his neck if I can.
Mm-hmm.
Are the
Just gonna keep it.
Are the dead Templars wearing rings, Templar rings, or anything?
The Templars are in full armor, so you'd have to start trying to take all of that off of them. The other priests that were there are pretty common. They have a simple crucifix around their neck, and that's about it.
Besides, I'm going to take the ring.
I do just have this funny image of you trying to pick up a Templar and shake off this armor and it. Just trying to get him out of it.
Nakama is gonna walk up to Alessandro, and I still have that stamp for sealing envelopes that has the cherry blossom on it.
Nice.
I'm gonna heat that up in the flames, and then I'm gonna just shove it into his forehead.
Okay.
To mark him as a cherry blossom.
Cherry blossom, bitch.
Yep. You petal fucker.
And I think with that, we'll call an end to tonight's session, and we will hit the road next session and head to the shrine at Otsu.
All right.
Ooh.
Sounds good.
Frig, you did take that ring, didn't you?
I just took the crucifix, but I just wanted some evidence off. I didn't care which one, but the crucifix sounded cooler.
I was just thinking, what if it's another rat ring, man? Take the ring.
What if it's a rat crucifix, man? We don't know.
All right. Well, good night, everybody. It's good playing with you. Thanks for watching out there in Twitch land. Sorry for all the interruptions. I'll give my internet service a call and see if they can boost up my bit rate. But thanks for watching, and we'll see everybody hopefully in a week.
Bye. Night, everybody.
Night, everybody.
Night, guys.